unleveled, lost a lot of soil. The grass is completely gone. We're gonna completely restore this lawn. Look at that.
Resurface.
Oof. Help the native soil as opposed to the new soil that we have, because the new soil is already rich in nutrients. The compost is very rich in nutrients and minerals. Dude, wow. You did your thing. You absolutely went above and beyond with this job. Hello guys, welcome to a new episode. Today we have something exciting for you guys. Today we're doing a whole new lawn renovation. What happened was pretty much a friend of mine, my best friend, he dormed his home. And of course the contractor destroyed his lawn, absolutely destroyed. Unleveled, lost a lot of soil, the grass is completely gone. Now we're here, we're gonna completely restore this lawn. We're gonna make it with elite grass seeds, perennial ryegrass, especially Fireball, the darkest perennial ryegrass on the market currently. This is the home. Look how beautiful it came out. Sweet, right? Now we need a grass to go with it. Let me cut to the chase. Let's take a look at the lawn and let's take a look and see exactly what we're doing today.
Okay, have fun.
Later. So Chris at 5, right?
5. Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah.
I'll call you when I get out of the store.
All right, no problem.
All right, guys. Let's hear it directly from the homeowner himself. He couldn't believe exactly how his home turned out. It turned out immaculately. Everybody loves it. The design is incredible. But now spring is here. It's time for restoration. He's going to point out exactly what happened to the lawn, how was the whole dorming, and what made him want to dorm the house.
Oh.
Hey, dude, what's up? How's it going?
Hey, what's
Thank
going
you for
on,
letting
man?
me be here, dude.
First off, welcome to the house. Thank you for being here. We're about to do a revitalization. The house is great. It was great to get the dormer done. The house looks good. We got plenty of room for the kids now. The process was beautiful. The contractor was good, but look at my lawn. They were running it over. We had a lot of wood, plywood, different types of stuff, grinding. So we got a lot of unevenness. So now I invited the lawn guru here to check it out, revitalize, and get the lawn to match the house. We have a lot of low spots. A lot of people were driving up and down the lawn. We actually have a complete bald spot here right now. So the goal is to get this lawn to match what you're looking at behind it. Little by little, we're gonna go through the process, and then we'll show you the progress as it goes along. Dropped some good seed that he mentioned before, and like I said, looking for that nice green color, that lawn that everybody dreams about.
Dude, you have so much dents in here. Wow,
Yeah.
It's like a lot to fill.
Yeah.
But hey, this thing's gonna be so leveled. We're gonna get this thing leveled out. We're gonna get this thing primed. We're gonna get this thing ready. It's gonna rain here in New York in the next couple of 3 days. So it's perfect time to start this project. This thing should start germinating within the next 5 days. You start seeing little green stubs coming out of the ground. The ground temperature is warm. The weather is warm here in New York now. We're finally getting over the 60 degrees mark. The night temperatures are only like about 45, 38. It's perfect time for the seeds to start germinating. Listen, let's get into it. Let's not take any more of your time. Let's have some fun. All right, folks, we're gonna start with the trimming, and then he's gonna start with the scarifying. Yeah, you just wanna hold that down.
Yep,
when you
and
start
pull it
it.
up. Got you. Quarter flag.
All good.
All right, guys, so as soon as he's done scarifying, what we'll do is we're gonna go over it with the lawnmower. We'll bring it down to a level 1, the lowest the lawnmower will go. Pretty much we wanna pick up all the thatch layer, all this old grass, all the dead grass that it currently has right now. And what we wanna do is pretty much, we wanna clean it up. We want a clean canvas. So once we lay down that grass seed is gonna touch soil. They won't touch dead grass and touch soil. And from there, it has a fighting chance of establishing itself and coming up vigorously and healthy.
All right, guys, so we scarified, we mowed. Look at that clean canvas. That is perfect, ready for paint, ready for good nutrients, new micronutrients, ready for a good seed, good soil. So what's happening is right now, we mowed down to the lowest level. Pretty much the reason for that is we're in a growing season, which is spring. Here in New York, spring and fall is pretty much the growing season when the grass really thrives. So what's happening is that we want to mow very low because pretty much obviously all this rain coming down and it's going to pretty much push the grass to grow. So what's happening is since we're seeding, we need to give that existing grass, we don't want it to grow so much so it's not suffocating the new seed. We want to pretty much to give it a chance, that new seed to come up before that existing grass start growing vigorously. So what we're doing currently right now at the moment, what we're doing is pretty much we're poking holes on the lawn. It's called aeration. Aeration is pretty much, it releases compaction on the lawn. If there's a lot of running on the lawn, a lot of playing on the lawn, a lot of traffic on a particular lawn, this will relieve the soil and let the soil breathe. Let it obtain air, obtain nutrients, let it uptake the minerals. Because pretty much if you don't detach your lawn, whatever seeds, whatever fertilizer you're throwing down, it's just sitting on top of that thatch layer. So it's not gonna really get soaked into the ground. So pretty much your first thing before you start any renovation, you want to scarify the lawn. You want to take out all that old grass, and pretty much before you throw any seed down, you, of course, since we do this now, we also want to treat the soil. This is the perfect time, since you're opening up the soil, everything right now, you just stressed out the grass. The grass, you just stressed it out. Right now it's hurting. You're just exposing the roots, the soil, direct to sunlight. What's gonna happen is you need to treat it with nutrients. Treat it with nutrients. Like that, it gives it a chance to reestablish its roots. Right now, it is pretty fragile. You did just beat it up. So pretty much what we're gonna do is we'll finish up with this aeration. After that aeration, what we'll do is before we throw down that topsoil, we're gonna throw down some fertilizer, some soil amendments. This is what we have here. This is a list of tools that you're gonna need. Of course, some compost. Compost will come after we throw down some soil amendments onto the soil. We'll throw down compost mixed with the regular soil. Peat moss will come last. That's your last part. That's pretty much just a covering so the birds don't come here and just eat everything. This right here, the seeding, that has pretty much almost like tenacity. Tenacity pretty much prevents any weeds coming up, any existing weeds in the soil that you purchase, or any weeds that could be in your existing grass. This pretty much will kill it. What will happen is you will see it come up white. Anything that's coming up white is a weed. So when it's coming up and you see the grass white, that's pretty much is a weed. Everything else is green, is pretty much is good grass. Here, pretty much, this is what is a spreader. This spreader pretty much will use it to for the soil and the compost and the peat moss. That will help evenly spread it out. The backpack sprayer will use Root Ruckus from GS Plant Food. It's like a liquid compost. Same thing with C3. As you can see there, it's a soil conditioner. So that will lay it down right now. So like that, it helps the soil, the existing soil. Since we're gonna be putting down new soil, the new soil will help amend that current soil. So here, this is gypsum. Gypsum is pretty much to open up a compacted soil or any soil that has too much salt in it. That will help to loosen it up. It will help the soil thrive. This right here is for the microbes, the micronutrients. That gives the soil more strength, more vigorous. It'll help it through the summer months. You notice everybody's grass is yellow in the summer. It's because it's not well treated. You have to treat the soil in order for it to survive the summer. This right here is a natural food, soil food, not lawn food, soil food. Soil food, this helps raise your pH level and it helps loosen your hard soil. If you loosen the hard soil, pretty much you have a better chance for those roots to get down to the soil. Because if you have a hard soil, those roots are trying to establish themselves, they're not gonna really get too far down because the soil is so hard that it's hard for that root to push down. So we'll add that. And as far as having your pH level, your pH is like a treatment to your soil, right? It's like you drinking Essentia water just for the pH because it tastes better, it's better for your body. Same thing with the soil. pH, pretty much you want to maintain it anywhere from 5 to 6, which is optimum. A good pH pretty much is optimum lawn. It will always be green. You require very little fertilizer because the soil itself is rich in nutrients. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna finish up this section over here. As he finishes up the section, I'm gonna go right behind him and pretty much start laying down the granulars. The granulars will go down first and then the liquid. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, so we just finished putting down some other soil amendments down. Right now, what we're gonna start doing, we're gonna start throwing down the topsoil mixed with compost. The compost is gonna help it thrive. It's gonna help it strengthen up. So pretty much, once we're done with the front, we'll go head over to the back and we'll do the same process, detach, scarify, aerate, and of course, throw down some more gypsum to open up that soil, some more pH balance to increase the soil pH so it can be vigorous and strong for the summer. Let me show you what it looks like. As you can see, everything is looking clean. You can see all those holes. Pretty much once we throw down the soil and the compost, it's gonna fall in between those holes. It's gonna reach straight down to the roots. It'll penetrate stronger. This right now, we treated it with soil amendments. It'll help the soil. We want to help the native soil as opposed to the new soil that we have, because the new soil is already rich in nutrients. The compost is very rich in nutrients and minerals, so that in itself has tons of benefits. So we want the native soil to be strong, not just the top layer. Of course, we'll fill all this in, we'll level all this out, so everything could be smooth. So when you're running the lawnmower through it, you're not bouncing all over the place. It's a smooth cut, and like that, it'll be a more enjoyable cut. The more enjoyable your cut, the more time you'll spend on your grass. The more time you'll mow, the more you want to take care of your grass. Because you'll enjoy it. The more you enjoy it, the more you treat it. And the more you treat it, the better your home looks, the more curb appeal you present to the home. And listen, everybody comes to your house every single time, the first thing that's gonna come to their mouth is like, oh my God, look at that grass. What are you doing? So that's what you want. You want that bragging rights. You want that domination of your neighbors. You want to take care of your grass just as you take care of yourself.
Right here, got a nice pallet full.
Wow, look at that.
Resurface.
Oh, premium soil. Look at this, folks. That's a lot of soil. Amazing. We're gonna have so much fun with this. Dude, let's rip that thing open. Let's get started on this, man. Oh man.
It's like Christmas morning.
Oh, can't wait to rip that bag open. Unwrap those presents. Yay!
Yeah, grab it. Soil.
Dad, wrap the paper for you.
All right, guys, so this is pretty much how we mix the topsoil, the new topsoil with the compost. We'll put it in this spreader in here. We'll just dump one bag of topsoil, and then we dump another bag of the compost. We'll grab a shovel, we'll mix it in together, and we'll start rolling this bad boy up and down to cover the entire lawn. What we'll do is, prior to doing this, we'll just lay out a few bags in the holes and the deep ends where we're gonna need to like level a little bit. So we'll do that first, and then after that, once we get that leveled, then once we get that filled in, those holes, then we'll start rolling this up and down, and then we'll level again. And hey, let's see what it looks like. All right, guys, check this out. Look at that nice black turf, that black dirt. When your dirt is black, that means it's good soil. When your dirt is not black and it's just like a dry brown, it's no good. This we just top dressed it with topsoil and compost, so it's looking delicious. It is ready for seed. We're about to throw some seeds down. Elite cultivar, fireball, perennial ryegrass. Look at this. Wow. This is amazing. This will take about like 5 days to germinate. These brand new seeds, they're elite. They're not store-bought. These are from Twin City Seeds. It'll take 5 days to germinate. And then within 10 days, you should have a nice little puffy lawn. Within 15 days, you should be ready to do your first cut. You want to do your first cut so you can start getting those roots established, start strengthening those roots before the hot weather comes in and scorches those roots. So you want to have roots down in the ground. You want to make sure they're strong. You want to make sure they're vigorous. You want to make sure they could sustain the summer heat. That's only the risk of doing overseeding or a project in the spring is the risk of the heat. Pretty much ideally, people usually do it in the fall. On the fall, you don't run the risk of the new seeds, that new plant dying off because the root is just not strong enough. So what we did here, we treated the soil. We made sure the soil is strengthened. We made sure we fertilize. We make sure once that seed is ready to pop, it's popping with all the essential nutrients that it needs for it to be a successful seed. So pretty much what we're doing now, we're about to overseed. We're about to throw down the seed. Once you throw down that seed, you want to rake it in. You want to go over it with a rake it in, make sure it's in that soil. Don't just let it lay on top. But by letting it lay on top, it's not really contacting the soil. Yeah, it's contacting the soil because we just did all this work to it. But ideally, always want to rake in that soil. Rake it in, give it a good seed to soil contact, give it the best chance to germinate, And listen, right after that, we'll do the peat moss and then just water it in. We're gonna water it in only for like 10 minutes today. Tomorrow and the rest of the weekend it's gonna flourish. It's just to pack down the soil, just to get it ready. We don't want nothing flying around. We don't want no winds blowing things away. We have to get that peat moss to thicken up and spread and make sure it's holding. Right now we have a little slope here, so ideally, of course, if it rains too much, two things are gonna happen. We filled in the spots where there's holes, so there's not gonna be any standing water, any particular holes. That's done. The lawn is leveled. It will sink in a little bit because we didn't add any sand to it. But once you add sand to it, the sand will level out the lawn on its own. The sand itself is a spreading and will level it out. So right now, as you see, we got a 50-pound bag. A 50-pound bag, the yard is less than 1,000 square feet, lawn-wise. Of course, it is 6 pounds per 1,000. What we'll do here, we'll go 9 pounds. We'll go over it twice. We'll go up and down, side to side. We'll rake it in, and then after we rake it in, we'll give it a second pass, just to make sure that we lay down enough seed, and we want to make sure that there's more than enough food, enough seed in the ground, in case we get a infestation of birds, and thinking this is just like a having season for them. There's more than enough seeds that they cannot eat all of them, that we will still have a thick, luscious lawn. So always throw down a little bit more. You'll know if some seed is going to wash away. You'll know some seed is going to be eaten up by these birds. So you're going to put down enough to make sure everything gets growing properly. So folks, you always want to start off with the edges. The edges are the most important. The edges pretty much is what sets the lawn. Always go over the edges first, make sure it's covered completely before you start covering the middle. Always put on your edge guard. You don't want to waste seed. You have seed up on the driveway and the pavers, then you have lawn growing on your pavers. So ideally, of course, rake in your seed after you do this process right here, but always start with the edges first. All right, so we just seeded. We pretty much just went over a second time with it, and then we raked it in. So let me show you what it looks like. This is already raked in, seeded, compost, topsoiled, leveled. This is gonna look immaculate. This is gonna be unrecognizable. It's gonna be a deep green, the darkest green in the market currently. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna spread some C3, some root ruckus, and some green envy, which is super compost, super food, and soil conditioner. So this is what we'll be using. This is C3. This is awesome. Humic acid, molasses, kelp. This over here, root ruckus, amazing. This here is organic sea kelp, organic humic acid, and mycorrhizal fungi. These are all great for the plants. This over here is liquid lawn fertilizer. Here we have nitrogen, potash, magnesium, sulfur, boron, copper, iron, manganese, zinc. So almost just like you taking your multivitamin, from A to zinc. This here, the green envy, is a superfood, humic acid, fulvic acid. So this is all great for your soil. This is all great for helping the grass seed come up quickly and healthy and strong. This is pretty much, we're gonna put this down right before we put down the peat moss. Right after we're done with the peat moss, then we'll move over to the back, and then we'll start finishing up the back. But for now, this is the front. We've got this little patch over here as well. This is the backpack spray that I'll be using to pour all these liquids, and I'll show you how it works in a bit. All right, so what we're gonna do is, since we have 1,000 square foot yard, what we'll do is we'll put this up to 2 gallons. Of course, it calls for 1 gallon per 1,000. What we want to do is we're going to do 2 gallons. We want to make sure we cover the lawn well. We want to make sure we're feeding all these nutrients in there. We want to make sure it's getting absorbed, because pretty much the lawn's a little deficient on nutrients, so we're not overdoing it at this point. Right now, we're going to add an accurate amount for it to maintain. So we're going to add this 2 gallons. We'll spray this evenly in the front. We haven't done the back yet, so we'll spray this evenly in the front. We'll add these 4 ounces of each one of these products into this 2 gallons, and we'll start spraying it down the lawn. All right, so what we'll do is we'll start off with this. I just broke my cup, but we're gonna do 4 ounces of this, of each, and we'll put it in there. Right, we'll do up to 2. The cup is broken, but I guess we'll go up to 4. It doesn't crack too much. All right. Of course, I forgot the screen protector. The screen pretty much helps it from the hose getting clogged by anything too big or too thick. This is a thick liquid, so that's why we put the water in first so it could dilute it. So like that, we don't put all of these liquids in together, and then they have like a counter reaction because of its chemicals. Like this, the liquid, the water gives it time to separate the chemicals, and like that, you're able to do more. Okay, you are able to mix up to 4 of these products. I want to recommend mixing more than 5. Do be aware of which products you do mix. Some products just don't mix well together, so you do want to be conscious and mindful of what you're mixing. This right here, the only thing we're mixing is a bunch of just soil food, so it's not really something that's going to really damage the lawn, or you're not overdoing it, you're not over fertilizing, so you're safe with this. So yes, we just put compost, regular compost, but this is liquid compost. So the ideal is we want to give it enough food, enough nutrients, so when that plant, once that seed is ready to come up, it's coming up to an elite soil. A soil that's already been treated, a soil that's already rich in nutrients, and it has a very good fighting chance of surviving the summer. All right, let's get this all mixed in together. I don't have my mixer with me, so usually what I do in this type of scenario, I just pick up the backpack and just shake it, make sure it's all shaked in well together or mixed well together, and we'll start spraying down the lawn. All right, guys, so we're almost pretty much done at the backyard. It's coming out great. Right now we're laying down some compost and some topsoil. We scarified, we detached, we added some nutrients. It's coming out very well. There was a lot of thatch layer on this, tons of it. This is gonna come in very healthy. There's nothing else choking it out. No bad grass, no old weeds. This is open soil, top dress with premium soil, with great compost, with good nutrients. Guys, it's been more than exciting. This has been extravagant. It has been fun. Wow, what a day. This has been really pleasurable. Look at this. Can you believe that when we first started out? Look at this. Wow. Within 7 days, you should have seedlings coming in. Within 10 days, this should be a little stuffy. Within 15 days, this should be a full brand new lawn. This has been extravagant. This has been fun. Guys, we did the front, we did the back, we detached, we put down minerals, nutrients. We made sure this grass is ready to thrive as soon as it starts popping. Dude, wow. You did your thing. You absolutely went above and beyond with this job. You put in some work. Listen, I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me film. Thank you for letting this episode happen. Listen, next time, we're gonna really come back and we're gonna make sure this thing is thriving. We're gonna make sure this thing is really eating its nutrients. But listen, dude, how you think it came out, man?
So far, it already looks better. Just leveling it out, putting the nutrients down, putting the soils down. None of this would be possible without you.
No way.
Your guidance, your knowledge, and your expertise.
Thank you, man.
The growth begins. We're at a level playing field right now. Look at it.
We are, man. Oh my God, this thing looks so delicious. Oh, it's so well covered. Seeds are not coming down. This is a little slope, folks, so we added extra peat moss here just so they don't slide down. The birds will not see this seed. We are expecting rain for the next 3 days here in New York. This is gonna get watered in really good. Listen, this is more than exciting. I'll show you guys the results after a couple of weeks, see exactly how this lawn came out. But look, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this episode. A lot of more fun episodes coming up, a lot of different renos, a lot of different projects. Stay tuned, be ready, and let's grow together. Own the lawn.